Hello YouTube, it's Luart once again from Still Not A Millionaire. I hope that that's everything okay with you. In the last week I haven't uploaded any video because COVID ended up eating us here at home. At least luckily we are all okay and recovering, but well, in the previous week things were a bit harsh, okay? But now things are getting back to normal. I'm still watching the markets as best as I can, and the important thing here is to recover well. So I hope that is everything okay. And if you already have COVID, or if you currently have COVID, don't lose hope and keep yourself safe. But now let's go to what matters without further ado. This week, these previous 2 weeks had a lot of new events in the market, and I also made some changes in my portfolio. And let's see what I've planned for during these weeks. So starting as we usually do, watching the US market, we can see that there was a lot of volatility in the previous 2 weeks. Okay, we are on the daily chart. Starting in 3rd of November, we had the presidential elections. Okay, but it ended only in the end of the previous week and in the beginning of this one, with the election of President Biden. Okay, the markets reacted quite positively, okay, as Biden was gaining strength as the votes were being counted. Okay, this bar here, I think that was related to some progress that has been happening in the creation of a vaccine for COVID-19, where Pfizer announced that that they had a vaccine that showed 90% success, a rate of 90%. If we watch Pfizer chart here, we can see a similar evolution. Okay, in 9th of November, okay, the stock raised around almost 6.5%. Okay, but later on, what happened is that the hopes have vanished once again a little bit, and until there is the possibility of a mass vaccine to cover most of the population, I think that we are still keeping this evolution of hope of a vaccine, and then people lose hope, and once again markets continue with this volatility. And the truth is, people don't know what to hope for, and in my opinion, this will last for much longer than we plan to. Okay, that most people might think. Most people might think that, well, in the beginning of next year things will already be okay. But until we all have a vaccine, well, I think that it will last much longer, only probably in the 3rd quarter of 2021, I think. But let's see, I hope I'm wrong, okay, but I think that, well, we need to be cautious, okay. On the other hand, in the European markets, things seem to be more positive, okay. As for example, I'm watching SAI 20, which is the Portuguese stock index, okay, and these previous 3 weeks were quite positive, okay, with the index growing around 13%, okay, and in fact I was able to profit a bit from this, and as we'll see now. As I've already told you, I had a position in REN. I opened at €2.27 per share, around here, I think, and now it is growing a little bit, okay, 3%. But this is something that I'm planning to to keep for the long term. Also because due to the dividends and the dominant position of the company in the industry, okay, it will announce its earnings at 13th of November. Well, it's announced. Well, I wasn't aware of this. I still need to see how it was the earnings announcement, if it was positive or not so positive. I will see later on. Gulp also showed some growth, okay, some important growth, mostly not only due to the recovery, okay, and that European stocks have seen, but also the recovery of the price of oil, okay, as the economy also increased their hope and gets back to normal. Well, it isn't getting back to 100% normal, but at least there is some economic activity, and the oil price reflects it positively. And the Gulp is a company that operates in the oil and gas industry, and is also showing some signs of recovery. Okay, so we're having around 18% return, which is okay. Well, it is good. In I don't know, in 3 weeks it's pretty good. But I think that I will keep it for some additional time. Okay, I think that the stock is still quite at the low range, and the dividend is also very attractive. Okay, at the price I've entered, I think the dividend is quite attractive. Is around a dividend yield around 7.3%, I guess. So it's good to maintain in the long term, and I will try to maintain in the long term, because that is a problem that I usually face with this when I'm able to get short-term return like this. Is that, well, we usually have a solid strategy defined. When I've invested, for example, in Galp, I think that it will be able to to take advantage of transition for renewable energy solutions, and the dividend is also attractive. So I want in the long term, but the truth is that I'm getting almost 20% return, which is pretty significant already. And that is obviously a trade-off in changing your strategy in the middle when you've already an open position. But for now, I will try to stick with it. The same, I think, won't happen here in Millennium BCP, which is a bank. Okay, I've opened here close at the bottom. Okay, it was pretty lucky to open at this level, but now the stock is getting almost 43%, more than 43% return. Okay, and I've only spent around 70 euros in total, so I'm getting around 30 euros of a profit. It isn't much, but in percentage terms it is already quite a lot. But I don't think that this will be very sustainable in the long term. Okay, because banking industry will face a lot of bad news in the future, I think, and I'm already able to to extract some nice profit here. I think that probably during this week I will simply close my position and get this small profit, which is high in percentage terms, but in absolute terms isn't that great. But it is still a profit. Now Jerónimo Martins, which is a retail group, okay, it is also growing a little bit, a little more than 3% return. It isn't still that much, but I think that I will keep it because, as I said, I think that COVID is still showing its impact in the economy, and most countries are still implementing stricter measures and lockdown measures, and these kind of stocks, these retail stocks and essential goods, I think that will benefit at least a bit from this negative economic event. Okay, as I've already told you, I also invested in SAP. It had a huge decrease here, and in the end of October, as they announced new earnings, which were positive, but they revised down the future prospects of sales. Okay, because more companies are closing, so they are losing their clients. I bought one share at 100 euros just to enter. Okay, so I'm currently breaking even, getting a 1% return, nothing that much. Now, the newest acquisition I made was Alibaba, okay, which most of you probably already know. I saw this significant drop here, and what happened here is that in essence, the Chinese government is implementing stricter regulations in order to control the power that these huge companies such as Alibaba and also Huawei and other large companies, in order to control their market power, okay, their market dominance. So this is obviously something negative for Alibaba, which was planning an IPO, I think, and it also got suspended and due to these stricter regulations. So it obviously impacted negatively Alibaba, but nevertheless, and this is a good, in my opinion, good season for this kind of companies, because Christmas is getting here, and we have Black Friday. We had the Singles Day in the 11th of November. Okay, even though the stock didn't react as much as I wanted to, it was a sort of green candle here, increased 3%, but it's showing signs of decreasing more. But nevertheless, I think that this month and this until the end of the year, it will be a good season for Alibaba. And well, this is on a short-term trade. Okay, I only want to hold this position like for 2 months. Okay, in the beginning of the next year, I will probably liquidate it. Let's just see how the stock behaved. For example, in the previous year, in November and December, we had the stock was kind of trending sideways, and then in November and December it increased quite a lot. Okay, well, it's normal because there is a lot of people buying things for Christmas, and my position here is basically trying to take advantage of that. Okay, and these holidays that we have still ahead. I hope that you have enjoyed this quick recap. As you can see, my portfolio in essence still continues the same. I just added a position in Alibaba. Probably I will liquidate my position in BCP, because I still don't know what I can expect from the banking industry. Comment down below if you have any suggestions of new companies, or if you think that some of these companies aren't good bets, and well, let's discuss it. I'm here for that, and I hope that you have enjoyed. If you do, please leave your like, your subscribe, and all of those things, and I will see you on the next video.